So you got a letter from your past self to your future self, and I'm going to read it right now. Let me find it. Got it. Okay. So it's this one. A letter from the past, and it says the following: Dear future me, 17-year-old Maria, today on the 16th of April, you received some terrible news. For the University of Redlands, you will have to pay about $15,000 out of pocket per year, which is a ton of money. You are pretty sad because that is your top choice, but you are going to call the financial aid office next week and schedule a meeting. The university did not offer you any loans, which is why you are going to ask for that. You are also going to ask about scholarships they may be offering to incoming students. The other choices you have is the UCR, UCSC, and Linfield University, but you are not so sure about Linfield since it is out of state and will be more expensive. When you will receive this letter, which is in June of 2025, you will probably have graduated from college, or if you did not, then I am not sure exactly what else you would be doing. I hope you are doing well and you have learned to love your body. You gained some weight during quarantine, which has been bothering you every time you see yourself on Zoom, but you still do not do anything about it. You did join cross country, but your lazy ass did not really run. Anyways, I hope that by 2025 you are fit and love yourself. I just thought about the fact that in 2025 Fernie will be about 6 years old, which is insane. Hopefully, by the time that you are reading this, you do not regret the college decision that I will make in a couple of weeks, and that your college journey goes well. There will obviously be some challenges, but you got this. Another thing I hope for you is that you are still friends with Gibby and Hen because they are real friends that have supported you no matter what. More of the story: if you are not close with them in 2025, hit them up and catch up sometime. Another thing, you will probably be curious to know who your high school crush is, so I'm going to tell you in case you do not recall. Your high school crush is, drumroll please, he has been your crush for quite some time, but you do not have the balls to tell him. Also, you're not much of the dating type of person. You prefer to be single and have your space. I forgot to mention above that I also want you to stay in touch with Jaya, Cal, Myra, Heather, and maybe other teachers that you build good bonds with in college. One last thing, you are writing this letter at 11:24 p.m. because you did not do it earlier today. Procrastination at its finest. By the way, this is due at 11:59 p.m. Also, it is my dad's birthday today. I wonder if his family visited his grave today. I hope you can visit his grave in the future and learn more about him. I might get the COVID vaccine tomorrow at Cesar Chavez because I have been liking it. I did go to the clinic, but they had the Moderna vaccine and we're not sure when they would get Pfizer since that is the only vaccine you are eligible to receive. Not sure if you will remember this in the future, but you actually have a mentee whose name is Ooh. He is 6 years old and is sweet, although he does get distracted easily and wants to leave the session early. I have so many questions about what you will be doing in the future, aka when you are reading this letter. I wonder if you will have a boyfriend, maybe a girlfriend, but I do not think so because I don't think you are bisexual. That's crazy. Anyways, good luck if you have a partner in 2025. I hope you have either a golden doodle or a golden retriever soon after you graduate from college. One thing that I hope does not happen by 2025 is for you to have a baby because you are too young. I'm good. Knock on wood, because I do not want to jinx myself and get preggo in the next few years. I wonder where and who you will be living with. Also, will you be a YouTuber since you low-key wanted to do that for the longest, but never did something about it? That's crazy. I was calling myself out. Will you have friends in the future? No offense. Question mark. Friends who you are generally close with and can talk to about everything? Question mark. What will your major be? Will you have to stay for extra years? Will you get the opportunity to travel abroad if you become a citizen in the next few years, hopefully? Or will you travel within the US with your future college school? Will you transfer after your first year of college? I have many questions for the future, but only time will tell. Such questions cannot be answered right now because you cannot predict the future, which sucks. I know. One last thing, you submitted your doc application a couple of weeks ago, but it got sent back because the lady did not answer the question of whether you have been arrested or convicted of a crime outside of the US. I have an appointment with the lady next week to solve the issue and send the application again. Let's hope it gets approved because you need to and really wanted to work ASAP to help your family and provide for yourself. Anyways, I love you. I know I do not tell you this when I see you in the mirror, but I have to start to. And I hope you're doing great. You take care of you and your loved ones. See you in about 4 years. Now go kick some ass. JK, and convince Berlin to give you more financial aid. Remember to keep your head up and keep pushing yourself to do better. Oh, why am I crying? Take care, future Maria. By the way, I did not really mention COVID, quarantine, distance learning, etc. because you have had enough of that and are tired of hearing about that all the time. It already took the spotlight of 2020 and somewhat 2021. Okay, bye. Love, Maria. P.S. I want to know what my reaction would be reading this later. P.S. I want to know what my reaction would be reading this letter. Also, you do not care about grammar errors in this letter because you will be the only one reading it. Okay, bye for real, or else I will keep writing the entire night. I seriously need to journal. And that's it. That's the letter. So many things. I'm 21 now, and I don't know, I forgot I wrote this until June 30th. I got the email saying that a letter had been like sent, and I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. But yeah, that's that. Thank you for joining me, and maybe I'll make a video after this of answering the questions. So for context, I wrote this letter in 2021, my senior year of high school, and it was actually an assignment for us to write and for us to complete. Hence why I said something like, oh, you're writing this at 11 something p.m. It's 11:59 p.m. And I'm thinking of like doing another video answering some of the questions of what college did I go to, what major, what am I studying, being able to travel and all that stuff, because I think it would be nice, and it'll also be a good introduction, a good way for me to introduce myself to the channel, because I know I've been just posting shorts and all that stuff, but you kind of don't really know much about me, my life, and I also don't want to get too personal though, because I do want to have that, the line of what I want to share on the internet, but also what I want to keep private to myself. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. And what else? Oh, also there's a part where I said something like the mentee. I blurred it just for privacy reasons, and then after saying the name, I realized that I was saying the name and that this was gonna go on the internet, so I'm like, oh, kind of messed up there. But I tried blocking that out. What else? Yeah, I think that's it. So, if you want to see part 2 of this, just stay around. No, what am I trying to say? If you want to watch part 2 of this, go ahead and follow along. That's what I meant to say. Follow along. If you want to subscribe, go ahead. I'm not gonna force you to, but yeah, I think I'm gonna just do part 2 and go from there. So thank you for joining me, and I hope it wasn't too boring, because I really enjoyed it, and there's so many things that I mentioned that I'm like thinking about now. And yeah, that was me at 17 years old writing that letter. Now I'm 21, about to be 22, and I still kind of feel the same. But I think in that time when I was writing the letter, I felt like once I graduated college, I would be this like independent college student, entering adulting or entering the adult life and everything. But sometimes reality happens, and that's not really the case, which I will probably get into in part 2. So yeah, bye-bye.